Now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to CB Smith Reserve in Fawkner, round 6 action in NPL Victoria. Match day 6, one of 4 matches in NPL Victoria taking place here tonight. My name's Adam Sarikoglu. Ardem Ulatash is alongside me. Ardem, two sides that are really struggling at the moment with their form. Both have had back-to-back defeats coming into this clash, a very, very important match. One of these teams desperately needs the 3 points.
It's going to be very interesting, Ardem, because we've got two sides who are coming out and they're going to be hungry to get that goal and hungry to win. So they're going to come out and attack. This game's going to be exciting. The ground's wet. It's going to be a great match.
3 changes for both of these sides, and a big one in particular for Pascoe Vale on the bench. We'll get to that in a moment. This is, by the way, the Ardem and Ardem show, so it's going to be a bit confusing for our audience tonight. Starting lineups, we'll start with Pascoe Vale in goal. Nick Feely is in goal. Adrian Talarico in the number 2 shirt. Number 3, Jonathan Vikertzis. Josh Calabria is number 6. He was a sub last week. The skipper, Joseph Youssef, is number 8. Dimitri Hatzamaradis up front in number 9. And Davey Van Schip, who scored all of Pascoe Vale's goals so far this year, in the number 10 shirt. Nick Georgopoulos made his debut last week and was very impressive against Avondale Heights. Gonzalo Abascal is one of the new inclusions tonight for Pascoe Vale. Matteo Balan down back and Stephen Hatzakostas. But on bench, Hakeem Al-Arabi is on the bench, and on the team sheet tonight, Felipe Bernabel, Madrid, Asin Ashak and Jareem Radeo is on the bench for Pascoe Vale. We'll go through the South Melbourne lineup when we do get a chance to do so. A couple of changes, though, for the visitors, including in goal. Nikola Roganovic not out there tonight. In goal for the visitors is Alistair Bray. It'll be Pascoe Vale going right of screen in this first half. It's the southern end here at CB Smith Reserve. All set to go, round 6 action in NPL Victoria. And this is the skipper, Norden. Schroen not able to keep that one in play. An early Pascoe Vale throw to be taken by Jonathan Vikertzis, who was busy last week as Avondale Heights put 3 goals into the back of the net against Pascoe Vale. A 3-1 loss for Paco on Saturday. Only a 4-day break for South Melbourne. They played on Monday night against Kingston City. That was a 1-0 loss, and Ardem, you and I both watched a replay of that one, watched it live on Monday night, and we're both shocked that that ended in a 1-0 result for South Melbourne.
South Melbourne have got a wealth of talent in their attacking line. I was really unfortunate, Kingston being one man down, that they didn't get that equaliser.
So Billy Constantinidis went down. There was no whistle. Ball cleared out by Bray, and that's going to go all the way back to Nick Feely, keeper to keeper. South Melbourne lineup starting tonight. Perry Lampropoulos in number 2, Luke Adams in number 4, number 5, Jake Marshall. And we have Billy Constantinidis in number 9, Marcus Schroen in 10, Brad Norton in 11, Nick Chrysaradis in 12, Ethan Gage in 17, the Canadian. As we see a foul here go South Melbourne's way. Konstantinos Stratomitros in number 18. He'll take this free kick. Al Bray in goal, and Jerry Solitos, who was a sub last week, starting tonight.
The target man for Pascoe Vale would be Davey Van Schip. He is the man that they go to every single time they're going forward. He is the creator at the start of their play, and he is very, very dangerous. Just watch out for the big man.
Did score that goal for Pascoe Vale last week. As I said, all of Pascoe Vale's scoring so far this season has come from their number 10. That's Acostas with a nice little touch. Does go down. Referee lets that one go. Luke Adams. And now Norton. Joseph Youssef did well. That ball remains in play, although now there's a whistle and a Pascoe Vale ball. Pascoe to take the free kick for the home team. The long ball. Youssef. And Ship won't get to that ball. And South Melbourne counter. Schroen. Gage. Lambropoulos left it for a teammate in Krasaratis. Patience here in the early stages for South Melbourne. Ball's played all the way back to Bray. Ball doesn't quite reach midfield. Balan won it back for Pascoe Vale. Pascoe. It's been a somewhat stormy day in Melbourne today. Heavy rain in the lead up to this. Very entertaining under 20s match that Ardem and I were enjoying before we came on air for this match. We're at the corner of the area here and then crossed in by Stratomatris, and that's going to fall out for a throat.
Constantidis is a very big presence in that box, and South Melbourne will look to get that ball to him as soon as possible as an aerial ball.
The switch for Lambropoulos. South Melbourne doing a lot of the attacking, and that's a very heavy ball that's landed in the face of the Pascoe Vale defender. Not sure I can spot who it is. I think it's Talarico. I think I saw the number 2 shirt. And that was flush in the face, a falcon, if you will. And he's in a world of pain early on here, Talarico. Dan, what have you noticed so far tonight?
South Melbourne are looking to get that ball straight into Constantidis. He's got very good movement off the ball. He gets away from his centre back and he sort of out nudges and out muscles him to try and get that advantage in the air. But the ball hasn't been able to get to him. Pascoe Vale are looking to come down the right-handed side. They haven't had much joy down the left side at the moment, but the front 3 men have a lot of leeway to move around, and they've got a lot of freedom just to switch up the play.
Deflected ball into the box, not quite cleared by Youssef. Now the long-range left-foot shot is well off target by the skipper, Brad Norton. We did mention Ardem, surprising loss for South Melbourne, given how dominant they were. Some stats from last week, shots on target. They actually got more shots on target than Kingston City, 9-4. Total shots, 19-6. Yet they couldn't get that goal. It was a remarkable loss.
Yeah, well, it just shows the class of South Melbourne and how good they can be. But if you don't put the ball in the back of the net, then you can't win. That's football.
Youssef. And here's Davey Van Schip. Just got some advice from Volante Ferrante on the bench. You may have heard that through our effects mics. Hatzakostas. First real attacking opportunity for Pascoe Vale. Comes to nothing. No challenge for Bray, the goalkeeper, in the end. Not in the lineup is Nikola Roganovic for South Melbourne. Brad Norton. Nice ball for Schroen. Now Norton again. The left foot cross. Comes to nothing. Good to see Talarico back out on his feet. Searching for Van Schip. One attacking option is presenting. And that's Hatzimaratis. But just conceded some ground. Now Youssef. About 25 yards out. Just lost possession. An easy one for Jake Marshall to chase down in the ends, and South Melbourne get it back. Match day 6 in NPL Victoria. Pascoe Vale 12th on the table coming into tonight with just 4 points and a goal difference of -4. South Melbourne currently 9th, 2 wins and 3 losses. Both sides are coming off back-to-back defeats.
South Melbourne are being very frustrated when they're getting on that ball. They're not really able to find their feet in the game at the moment, and they're looking for that control over the match over Pascoe Vale, which they haven't got yet.
So Norton's been busy on the left so far tonight, beaten that time. Georgopoulos. The youngster goes down. He was very impressive on debut last week against Avondale. Had a really good chance with a header that I think was saved in the end, but he was definitely lively. Gets the start tonight. Pascoe. Searching for Yusuf, who has been involved quite a bit so far tonight. Tamaratis has the ball taken away from him, but it is a Pascoe Vale throw coming up. Jonathan Vikertis. A wide cross. Not really effective in the end. Still maybe a chance for Pascoe Vale to attack. That's a Costas one back. Forced to backtrack. Vellante Ferrante not happy with the backward movement of Pascoe Vale here. Hatzakostas. Pascoe. Now Balan. Played the ball toward a central sort of area, but Georgopoulos couldn't do anything with that. Vikertis. Pascoe. Balan's ball for Van Schip a bit too heavy. I must say, a bit of a frustrating start for both sides here, and particularly Vellante Ferrante, quite animated on the Pascoe Vale bench.
Yes, Artem, it's been scrappy by both teams. They haven't really been able to get that foothold in the match. Pascoe Vale getting down this right side, and Vikertis is getting that ball, and he's looking to go either over the top to the strikers, or he's looking to do that switch over to Van Schip, who's isolated and going to go for that one-on-one.
A very heavy challenge by Joseph Yusuf. No card. Brad Norton will slowly get up. Yusuf involved in a couple of flashpoint moments last week against Avondale. A game that was fiery at times. There was a red card last week. That's why Luca Santilli is not available tonight for Pascoe Vale. He was sent off in injury time in the second half. Luke Adams. The back heel. Ineffective. Last touch was off a Pascoe Vale player.
This patch being so important, both teams are not really going for it at the start, and it's a bit cagey at the moment. So hopefully towards the end of the half, we're going to see both teams just go for it and try and put some goals in the back of the net.
No ways through for either side yet tonight. Not much work for the two keepers to do. Luke Adams. Now we see the long ball from Bray. So Lados does well. Plenty of space now for Norton on the left. The South Melbourne captain crosses it in. No one where Norton needed them to be. Another chance in the box here. Will go begging for South Melbourne. I don't think it even entered the box in the end, Ardem. As I said, neither keeper has been challenged yet.
Yeah, Ardem. Pascal. South Melbourne are looking to play that ball in to Constantinides and make that mismatch between Pascal and Constantinides. You can see that Constantinides has a really big height advantage, and they're trying to isolate that.
Georgopoulos was Vanchip onside. According to the ref, he was not. And a late challenge after the whistle. Nothing will come of that, but Vanchip was offside. Schroen. Now Norton. Tight quarters here for South Melbourne. Salados. Gives it up. Georgopoulos. The cross in just a bit too heavy. Constantinides. Sorry, Hatzimaradis, I should say. Had the wrong number 9. Couldn't get to it. Falls out for a goal kick.
Pascoe Vale's midfield pressure is showing testament. They're pressuring South Melbourne in and trying to win that ball in the midfield and then counter-attack off that. They were successful at that moment. Just that last ball, couldn't get a foot on the end of it.
Very bad kick. And a chance for Pascoe Vale to score. Dimitri Hatzimaradis finishes. A horrible mistake by Alistair Bray, and Pascoe Vale strike first. It's the first time this year that Paco have scored without the help of Davey Van Schip.
Yeah, just an error there by the goalkeeper. He's gone to kick it over the top, and it's just miskicked it. And then we've seen Hatzimaradis just put the ball into the back of the net. Goalkeeper did get a hand to it, but it wasn't strong enough.
Such a costly error. And perhaps against the run of play, it's Pascoe Vale on the board first. What's the response now from the visitors? A bit more urgency, perhaps. Adams with a hopeful ball for Schroen. A bit off target. Yusuf. This is Balan. A wayward pass for Georgopoulos. Hands it back to South Melbourne. Looking for the quick response here. Maybe there's a chance. Schroen's a little touch. Didn't quite find its way to Constantinides. Here's Georgopoulos. Van Schip went down. Referee saw nothing. The throw is going to fall South Melbourne's way. You can already tell, Ardem, the intensity has lifted here at CB Smith Reserve.
It's already lifted, Ardem. And we're seeing South Melbourne lift up the tempo, but we're also seeing Pascoe Vale actually try and defend and do that with a very high tempo. We're seeing them still go for Davey Van Schip and just trying to get him to hold on to that ball so they can get a breather and hold up the play.
Lambropoulos goes back to Feely. Georgopoulos outside that time by Norton. Feely happy to see that ball cross the byline.
You can see the versatility of the front three in Pascoe Vale. They've gone actually to a 2 where Davey Van Schip's actually come over to this side. And they've got the freedom just to roam around. They're good enough they're good enough to read each other's movements and be able to go into spaces and create chances.
Constantinides wins the foul here. Two Pascoe Vale defenders had him sandwiched, and it's come up a little bit worse for wear. He'll set himself up for the set piece here, which will be taken by Marcus Schroen. Dimitri Hatzimaradis with the opening goal in the 14th minute. Has South Melbourne got a response here? Schroen's deep ball, back post. Falls for Adams. He does go down. Referee tells him to get back up. It remains a South Melbourne ball though. Stratomitros has Constantinides and Schroen in the box here. It's a long throw for Billy Constantinides. Stratomitros trapped by Krasaradis. Another chance here for South Melbourne to perhaps test Nick Feely. Now, well before that cross, a Pascoe Vale defender has gone down. Nick Feely is not happy. And this has a chance of potentially getting ugly here, Ardem. There's a Pascoe Vale man in a lot of pain. Nick Feely has retaliated. I have not seen any cards just yet, but it all happened behind play. The man that's down, by the way, for Pascoe Vale, Gonzalo Abascal. Did you see anything, Ardem?
No, I didn't, unfortunately. And it's just a terrible thing to see this in football. And the referee needs to get a control of this game, or it's just going to get out of control.
Not sure anyone saw it because the ball's been crossed in as Abascal went down. We're not seeing any cards come out. The two referee assistants have come over to have the conversation. Abascal remains down for the time being. Referee's now having a conversation with multiple people, and he's bringing Nick Feely over for a private chat, and he does get a yellow card for his retaliation. And there is a red card. I'm trying to spot who's been shown the red here. Yellow card for Nick Feely and a straight red. Looks like it's been shown to Brad Norton, the skipper. Tensions are quite high at the moment. Still trying to confirm who this red card has gone to. It might not be Norton, actually. It might be Constantinides. Billy Constantinides, the man sent off for South Melbourne. Apologies for that confusion. So now South Melbourne down a striker and down to 10 men.
See, ladies has come out to the left, and we've seen that Schroden has come into the midfield. And I don't think they're going to be playing with that number 9, but they're going to probably play the 3 at the front.
Wow. This has not been a great start to South Melbourne's night. And a chance now. Hatzimaradis maybe looking for the double. But Bray got there that time. Made the save. So South Melbourne down to 10 men here. Billy Constantinides sent off. Mind you, to Pascoe Vale, keeper Nick Feely's on a yellow card as well. So here is Salatos, who you spoke of, Ardem. A central ball, and the extra numbers went out for Pascoe Vale. Georgopoulos Couldn't quite pick out Hatzimaradis. Stalling for a moment with Stratomitros. Eventually got his pass away. It's repelled back out. South Melbourne throw. Only in the 23rd minute, RDM, and it's been a very eventful one so far.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting the way both teams approach this. If Pascoe Vale look to sit back and not take this seriously and think that they're going to be at an advantage, it can go against their favour, and we can see South Melbourne go out and actually push and get that equaliser. So Pascoe Vale shouldn't really rest on these laurels, but in saying that, having an extra man, you cannot replace the running. You can't replace the 8 or 9 kilometres that they're going to be putting in. It is very difficult for a team to hold off with 10 men.
Vellante Ferrante to our left. He's very, very vocal tonight. His team's up 1-0 and has an extra man on the pitch, but it seemingly isn't alleviating any stress for him. Salados comes wide for Norton. Tried to combine with Salados, but again, Pascoe Vale defenders all around that ball. And there was no challenge for Nick Feely in the end. Last touch off South Melbourne that time. Now the message is relaxed from Vellante Ferrante. Calabria. Feely doesn't get good purchase on that clearance. And South Melbourne might be a chance. Georgopoulos. Stratomitros got a foot on it. Here's Norton. Not a great pass. And Pascoe Vale win it back once more. Here's Georgopoulos. Combining well with Yusuf. Van Schip left it for Georgopoulos. Nothing, but the goalkeeper in front of him, he shoots wide. Fell well wide in the end. No save required.
David Van Schip was very good at shielding that ball and noticing the run. And as soon as he got the ball, he went across. Could have taken another touch. Probably released a little bit too early and missed to the left side of the goal.
South Melbourne throw. Perry Lambropoulos to take it. Nice crowd in tonight at CB Smith Reserve in Fawkner. Pascoe. Ball cleared by Vikertzis. Was there a handball there? The referee says no. Had a good view of it too. Hatzakostas. Has Georgopoulos and Van Schip in the box. Decided to go to Hatzimaradis instead. South Melbourne free kick.
Pascoe Vale aren't changing their game plan at the moment. Hatzakitsits is still trying to hit that ball over the top to Davy Van Schip and see the running, trying to get him or either miss him and get a flick on to the other strikers.
What can Van Schip do here? Beaten to the ball that time. Norton's ball, interesting in ball. Georgopoulos a chance. As is Hatzimaradis. Can't get the shot away. The back heel no good for Van Schip. South Melbourne get away with it. But for how long? Pascoe Vale have got the ball once more. Pascoe. Balan's ball good for Hatzimaradis. The challenge from Shrone deemed fair by the referee. And here's Georgopoulos. Long range ball looking for Hatzimaradis, won't quite reach him. South Melbourne on the counter, but getting in the way. Vikurtis clears it away for Pascoe. Vale concedes the throw. Salados. Xavier Van Schip. A very nice through ball for Hatzimaradis. Was looking for Van Schip centrally. South Melbourne defence got back in numbers and made sure nothing came of the attack. Here's Balan. Pascal. So Balan's in midfield here. The wide ball for Talarico. Pascoe trying to find a way through here. That's a nice ball for Davey Van Schip and a nice touch as well to maintain possession. Approaches the box now. Davey Van Schip off the post. And a huge chance goes begging for Pascoe Vale. Salados on the counter for South Melbourne. He gets brought down legally according to the referee. Play continues. Balan. Now Yusuf. Hatzakostas goes all the way back to the safety. Pascoe Vale can regroup, but that was a wonderful strike by Davey Van Schip and it just missed Ardem.
Yeah, Davey Van Schip has that ability to have that close control, and then he's also got this bit of trickery that he uses, and he gets away from his opponent, flicks it up, beautiful move, and then he puts it on his right foot and hits the bar. I want everyone to notice Matteo Balan. He is the calmness of this team. When he receives that ball, he's very calm and kind of holds the ball for Pascoe Vale.
This might be another card for Pascoe Vale. Adrian Talarico, the man being spoken to by the referee. There shall be no card for the Pascoe Vale defender. This game has had plenty of moments so far. It's Pascoe Vale leading 1-0. We did see a wonderful strike, though, minutes ago by Davey Van Schip that just clipped the post, and perhaps it should be 2-0. Balan, the man you just spoke of, Ardem, plays back to Pascal. Now Calabria back to Pascal. South Melbourne defence has just tightened up a little bit with no Constantinides out there, sent off. South Melbourne down to 10 men for the rest of the night. Salados, Stratomitros. A wide ball to the right. Okay for Lampropoulos. It's one man in the box and it's Krasaradis for South Melbourne. Salados on the left. Just tried to play in Norton, but it lands safely in the arms of Feely in the end.
Yeah, it was a call for handball. We see that South Melbourne are very good at actually playing the ball. So Pascoe Vale can't really rest on this. They need to get that extra goal so they've got a bit of a cushion in case South Melbourne do resurge and get a goal.
A Pascoe at midfield. Combining again with Balan. There is no way through here for Pascoe Vale at the moment. And it comes all the way back to Feely. Can the long-range ball create something perhaps for Davey Van Schip? Just got beaten to the ball. Hatzimaratis was there as well. South Melbourne need to clear this out desperately. It'll go all the way back to Gray, and he does eventually alleviate the pressure, I should say. This is Yusuf, the captain. Searching ball for Van Schip and did find him. And rebounded back out. Georgopoulos tried to play back in. That's where it came unstuck for Pascoe Vale. Lambropoulos gets it back for South Melbourne. A Pascoe. Balan. That's Acostas. Had a man on. Goes back to the safety of Calabria. Pascal's ball. Well, he went to a ghost, really. There was no one there. The Curtis was lurking.
Yeah, the South Melbourne coach is dressed in purple, so I think he looked like he was passing him the ball.
I think you're right, Artem. Yeah, here's a chance for South Melbourne. Serlatos. There is only one man to cross to as we speak, so he holds on to the ball for the moment and wins the corner. First of the night for South Melbourne.
Pascoe Vale coach is definitely showing how he feels at the moment.
Very vocal below us to our left. Nothing comes at the set piece for South Melbourne. And now Davey Van Schip has a one-on-one against Lambropoulos. Needed some help and it was provided. Talarico, the man that's drifting forward, does go down. And we do have a penalty for Pascoe Vale. Referees pointed to the spot. A chance to double the lead, a yellow card. Comes Ethan Gage's way. Talarico was the man on the attack. He was inside the box and the referee pointed to the spot.
Talarico made a surging run practically from his box all the way down to the opposing box. And Davey Van Schip had the awareness to notice the run and then play the ball in behind.
Must apologise. It is not a penalty. Davey Van Schip certainly thought so. He had the ball ready to go on the spot. Looked like the referee did point to the spot. But indeed, it's a free kick instead of a penalty. Apologies.
Yeah, it was hard to notice, Arden, because he did run towards the centre of the field, and it did make it look like it was a penalty.
It was the referee's gesture that made me think it was, and Davey Van Schip saw what I saw, but alas, it's a set piece instead for Pascoe Vale, and Hatzikostas will take it. Still a chance for Pascoe Vale to double their lead here in the first half. That's a Costas ball. Davey Van Schip trapped it. Got his shot away, but it was blocked. And South Melbourne get away with it. And Pascal and Balan again combining at the back for Pascoe Vale. And he's looking for his captain, Yusuf. Does well to get it onto Georgopoulos. Hatzimaratis asking for it in the box. The cross in, repelled back out. And Pascoe Vale get the throw.
Pascoe Vale just trying to keep South Melbourne moving back. So they're trying to play those balls in behind just to keep moving the defence further and further back and try to kill their attack.
So Yusuf at the edge of the area, crosses it in. Doesn't find the target. And Pascal's ball for Hatzimaratis. Salados. Georgopoulos now for Pascoe Vale. Sits on it. Had some patience. Eventually calling for it was Balan. Talarico again attacking. His pass comes unstuck. Another counter here for South Melbourne and thrown over the top of the ball as we speak. Salados. He's been the man on the left for the last 10 minutes or so. South Melbourne throw.
Both teams are still remaining rather defensive. Salados got a really good position and he just didn't have the support that was required to attack. If you look at South Melbourne's defence, they had about 5 players in the defence and they weren't really wanting to go and attack.
Salados wins it for South Melbourne. Schroen goes down. The foul goes his way. Still 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go in this first half. It remains 1-0 for Pascoe Vale. A 14th minute goal by Hatzimaratis. The only goal so far tonight. No one's out for a goal kick. Things have just settled in the last 5 or 10 minutes, Ardem, after what has been at times a tense first half.
Yeah, I think it's really good for South Melbourne at the moment because they are trying to remain only 1-0 down. And it might seem that they have a player down, but going 1-0 down into halftime is actually a good result for them, even though they did lose a man.
Straight red for Billy Constantinides. In the same incident, Pascoe Vale keeper Nick Feely received a yellow card. Offside flag goes up. Xavier Van Schip has 2 South Melbourne defenders to deal with. The throw does fall Pascoe Vale's way. Almost rightly so. Brad Norton not happy with the referee for giving that throw to Pascoe Vale. This is Calabria. In front of a majority of this crowd here tonight. That's CB Smith Reserve. Weather's held off Ardem, which is good news for us, but good news for all the fans here as well and those watching at home tonight. Pitch is in wonderful condition. Hatzakostas goes down and earns himself a free kick for Pascoe Vale.
A goal here could put a dagger through South Melbourne's hearts. It's a very dangerous time for South Melbourne.
Another set piece coming up for Pascoe Vale. 5 men in the box here for Georgopoulos to target. In comes the ball. Lands safely in here for South Melbourne. Georgopoulos again. Finds Davey Van Schip. His cross is blocked. A second chance for Van Schip. Nice defending in the end by Sharon. That free kick's going to go South Melbourne's way. Out of danger once more.
Yeah, it wasn't a good challenge by Davey Van Schip. And South Melbourne just trying to slow the game down.
So not too far away from the half-time whistle. South Melbourne did concede a goal with a very bad kick by the keeper, Alistair Bray, that turns it over, and Hatzimaradis converted for the only goal of this match so far. So Van Schip's had a few balls come his way in the last couple of minutes. Held off that ball, according to him anyway. Referee didn't think so. Switching ball. Krasaratis, can he produce something at the edge of the area? Still maintains possession, does well in the end, despite the pressure in his immediate vicinity. Lambropoulos with the cross. Can't pick out Schroen. Remains a South Melbourne ball. Gage, he's on a yellow card. Lambropoulos again. Schroen's the only man down there for South Melbourne. It sails over his head. Vikertzis with the clearance. But now Salados gets his cross in. Nick Feely will safely claim the ball back for Pascoe Vale. 2 minutes of stoppage time has just been presented by the fourth official. Salados shepherded away from that ball. Giving way to foul is a Pascal. Is there a chance for South Melbourne to equalise before we go into the sheds for half-time?
Definitely, Adam. They've got a great opportunity at the moment. It's just before half-time, so if this goes in, it's going to really hurt Pascoe Vale. They've got a good chance, and let's see how they go.
Schroen over the top of his ball. South Melbourne have lined up with 4 options at the outside of the box. Incoming ball. South Melbourne man did go down. Referee lets it go, but still there's a chance. Salados now on the right. Tries to cross it in to Krasaratis. Didn't quite find him. Now Davey Van Schip on the counter. A Pascoe Vale Van Schip. Thought he fended off the South Melbourne defender immediately on him in Ethan Gage. He goes down. There is a whistle and another conversation to be had. Gage is still down here. Davey Van Schip's been asked to come back. Filante Ferrante again animated as he talks to the fourth official. You might be able to hear that with our FX mic. You can see Joseph Youssef now having a conversation. Now Davey Van Schip is shown a yellow card.
Yeah, it did look like a handball by Davey Van Schip, and the South Melbourne fans did make that very clear, but I don't think that's where the foul came from. I think the foul came from a fend-off which hit the player in the eye. So Probably rightly deserved a yellow card.
So some late drama in this first half. One goal on the board for Pascoe Vale. A wonderful strike by Davey Van Schip that only hit the stick instead of going into the back of the net. Extremely unlucky not to have his 5th goal for the season. So Stratomitros will take this free kick for South Melbourne. That's it. First half's in the books. An eventful first 45 minutes. It was Dimitri Hatzimaratis with the only goal of the first half in the 14th minute. Ardem, Ulatash, what did you see?
Both teams in the second half, I think, are going to go for it. Pascoe Vale can't sit back, and neither can South Melbourne. They both need to get themselves in front of goal and create chances.
Half-time here at CB Smith Reserve. It is Pascoe Vale 1, South Melbourne 0.
Perfect.
Man, that panel's fucking...
I know, yeah.
I said Vale sales a yellow card. You're not down?
Yeah. No.
So like that.
I don't like this one.
No rain.
Huh?
No rain. That's all I'm hoping for, man. Otherwise, I'm worried.
10 cents, bro.
Be careful.
Fucking 6 panel, man. What do you think they're going to do to try and get that equaliser and maybe even try and win it?
I think South Melbourne will hold off for the first 20 minutes of the half and probably wait till about the 70th minute, and then they'll go and attack Pascoe Vale. The keys for South Melbourne is not conceding. If they concede in this first 20 minutes, then it's pretty much game over from there. Pascoe Vale are looking to get that goal, and if they do, it's going to be a dagger.
So play resumes here at CB Smith Reserve. There were no changes to either side in this first half. Ardem, you've noticed an injury for Hatzakostas, who is out there, but Steve Hatzakostas does appear to be limping. You think there might be a substitution soon?
Yeah, I think it looks like he's done his groin. Just as he passed that first ball in, he noticed that it just wasn't going to happen for tonight.
Can confirm it's Hakeem Al Arabi about to make his season debut. He will be the man to come on for Steve Hatzakostas. So a big moment coming up for this football club. You can see him just stumble there. Might be a quad, actually, instead of a groin. The ball's played out, so we will see the first substitution of the match. And this has been a highly anticipated moment for everyone in the NPL Victoria community. Hakeem Al Arabi is about to enter the fray for the first time this season. And is at the expense of Steve Hatzakostas, who is injured. There won't be a sub just yet, in fact. No sub. It's a bit of confusion here at the moment between the Pascoe Vale bench and Steve Hatzakostas. Referee didn't allow the substitution to occur. That's why the ball was played out of bounds initially. That's why Volante Ferrante is not happy. It's borderline chaos here at the moment. The ball's played out of bounds again. Will the substitution be allowed? It will be now. Steve Hatzakostas comes off, and here is Hakeem Al Arabi. And there are claps from the South Melbourne bench as Hakeem Al Arabi makes his way onto the arena for the first time this season.
Yeah, it's a great moment for all Australians. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays and his first game back.
Salados, the cross in. Krasaratis won't keep it in. No corner given.
South Melbourne crowd trying to hype up their players and trying to motivate them just to get that goal.
The Lands ball for Van Schip. Didn't quite get a touch on it for Georgopoulos. Not a great clearance by Bray. We saw a poor clearance cost South Melbourne a goal in the first half. Xavier Van Schip. Is Hatzimaratis onside here? No. Flag goes up.
It was very close. Van Schip actually waited for Hatzimaratis to make that run, but he still couldn't time it properly.
So the news here is Hakeem Al Arabi is on the pitch. That cross comes to nothing for South Melbourne. Stratomitros's ball only picks out Nick Feely. For Curtis, looking to pick out Davey Van Schip, but can't. It will be a Pascoe Vale throw. Pascal. Long range ball for Hatzimaradis. And it does bounce his way. Hatzimaradis, can he get the double? Not quite. Doesn't really challenge Bray in the end.
Yeah, frustrating for Pascoe Vale. Such a great opportunity. They had a chance on to pass the ball to David Van Chip, but they didn't capitalise on that opportunity.
South Melbourne throw. Stratomitros. Well trapped by Vikertzis for Pascoe Vale. It's going to land here with Norton. Salados combining with Norton. Just at the edge of the area here for South Melbourne. Earns the corner. South Melbourne is lifting here. Plenty of applause by the South Melbourne supporters as they look for an equaliser.
Yeah, in that case, they're just trying to get in behind and then get that ball in. They had two players in the box, which in this case is very good, being a man down. And they've won a corner and they've got a chance to possibly equalise.
The swinging cross just cleared everyone. Krasaradis. It's a throw for South Melbourne. Stratomitros with the throw. It's going to be a long range one. Into the area. Two players went down, including Jake Marshall. Free kick here for South Melbourne. I've had a few set pieces tonight, Ardem. Haven't made much of it. Haven't had to test Feely just yet.
Well, South Melbourne lost their key man. They've lost their big presence on the field. So they're just trying to put it in a dangerous area for them to score.
Schroen's cross. Land safe for Pascoe Vale. Schroen gets it back. This is Gage. Salados. Schroen at the back. It won't quite get to him. Falls to Stratomitros. His cross in. Deflected out. Georgopoulos clears for Pascoe Vale. Hatzimaradis kept it in. South Melbourne's shirt was pulled there. Stratomitros not happy with the treatment. The foul does go his way. Intensity lifting once more. South Melbourne have two men up front for this free kick. Marshall and Adams. The third man now is Norton. So Marcus Schroen again with the free kick. A nice ball, very nice ball in fact, and he almost did pick out Marshall. Falls out for a corner. Another set piece coming off for South Melbourne.
South Melbourne putting on the pressure. They're maintaining that really high press, and they're trying to win the ball back and counter. But in this respect, they're trying to get that ball into a really dangerous area.
And the visitors equalise with this corner, and that's a very, very heavy corner. That comes to nothing. A wasted ball in the end by Schroen.
I think Pascoe Vale is going to be noticing South Melbourne pushing up and most likely will slow the game down and look to just hold on to that ball, hold on to possession, and slow the game down.
Some space here for Curtis. Shrine was intense with his pressure. For Curtis to take the throw for Pascoe Vale. It remains a 1-0 lead for the home team here. Pascoe Vale looking for just its second win of the season. Bray got to that ball for South Melbourne at the top of the area. Falls to a Pascal. Al Arabi's ball doesn't quite find its way through. South Melbourne on the counter once more. Krasaratis couldn't get to it. Georgopoulos for Pascoe Vale. This is Talarico for Curtis. Searching for Hatzimaratis. Couldn't find a way through. This will be a Pascoe Vale throw. Talarico looking for Georgopoulos. Georgopoulos with the cross. It's going to be a Pascoe Vale corner.
Pascoe Vale just trying to suck South Melbourne in and trying to make them push up and then trying to play that ball in behind, as we saw. It was a great cross, but it was cut out.
Giuseppe Marafiotti preparing to come on for South Melbourne. Georgopoulos to the centre of the box, but an easy claim in the end for Bray. And another counter-attack here for South Melbourne. Salados is central, receives it now. Some space here for Krasaratis. Shoots. Good save by Feely. A second shot by Schroen. Falls wide.
That was a really good opportunity for South Melbourne. They had a 4-on-3 opportunity. They got the ball out to Salidis, and Salidis passed the ball out, and the shot was saved, and the follow-up just missed to the side.
Nick Krasaratis is coming off, and Giuseppe Marafiotti is going to enter the fray here. So South Melbourne make their first change. An attacking one for the visitors.
This is the game Pascoe Vale are playing. They're still trying to get that goal, so that means they're susceptible to that counter-attack. And Pascoe Vale, in this case, nearly conceded.
It does remain 1-0 here. This is Ballant. Vikurtzis. Looking for Hatzimaratis. Now he's pulled up here, Hatzimaratis. He just clutched at his hamstring. The goal scorer for Pascoe Vale. Maybe just a slight twinge. Asked if he's all right from the bench. Of course I am. Maybe just a bit of a stretch and he'll be okay. The Pascoe Vale striker. I think he is going to be coming off now, and Bernabeu Madrid will replace Dimitri Hatzimaratis. Volante Ferrante has seen enough from his goal scorer tonight. And Felipe Bernabeu Madrid preparing to come on as Pascoe Vale's second substitution. Vikurtzis couldn't win that ball back, and another counter, Lambropoulos combining with Schroen. Lambropoulos. Ballant did well to come back and just put enough pressure on Lambropoulos, and Pascoe Vale out of danger. And again, Hatzimaratis, he's held up by that left hamstring and he goes down now. Play might have to stop. South Melbourne decide that 10v10 for the time being just might be fair. It will be Bernabeu Madrid to come on for the home team now. The ball's out of play. And Pascoe Vale's second substitution is allowed to occur. So the goal scorer, Dimitri Hatzimaradis, making his way off. And here comes Felipe Bernabeu Madrid.
Putting in a shift, Pascoe Vale would be more than happy with Hatzimaradis. He's made those runs in behind for pretty much most of the match, and that's probably why he's pulling up a little bit sore. It was a great work by him, and wish him all the best recovery.
So both of Pascoe Vale's substitutions as a result of injury. Hakeem El Arabi will take this throw for the home team. El Arabi searching for Van Schip. It will remain a Pascoe Vale ball. So we've passed the hour mark now here at CB Smith Reserve. Yusuf won the header, but there was no one up front for Pascoe Vale that time. And Hakeem El Arabi will take the throw once more for Pascoe Vale.
Pascoe Vale doing a really good job at keeping the ball in South Melbourne's half. The more they hold on to the ball, the more South Melbourne can't attack.
Van Schip in tight quarters here. The numbers went out for South Melbourne. Cutting that one off, Pascoe. Van Schip, little touch for Yusuf. Couldn't pick out Bernabeu Madrid. This will be a Pascoe Vale throw.
Yeah, he pretty much outmuscled him in that sense, and he wasn't able to keep that ball in.
Lambropoulos beats Vikurtzis to that ball. This is Georgopoulos. Tallarico plays it back for Balan. Central is Yusuf. Has El Arabi to his right, but decides to go straight ahead for Van Schip. And he loses the ball. Marafiotti, his first meaningful action here. Taking on Abascal. Marafiotti goes down. We'll see if a card's coming Balan's way. Maybe it's not Balan, in fact. It's a yellow card for Gonzalo Abascal.
Yeah, it was an interesting confrontation they had there. It was they were grabbing onto each other's shirts and a lot of tugging, and the crowd was pushing the referee to make a decision, and the referee made the right decision.
Salados into the danger area for South Melbourne. El Arabi's there for Pascoe Vale. Miscued strike from Stratomitros comes to nothing. Now Van Schip on the counter-attack for Pascoe Vale. Georgopoulos has space here. Georgopoulos, does he want to go on his left? Does eventually, but nothing with power. And an easy one for Bray in the end. So the game opening up a bit here. End-to-end action at the moment at CB Smith Reserve.
Van Schip just played that ball a little bit too early, and should have waited for that run to eventuate a little bit more.
Vikurtzis. Balan's ball for Davy Van Schip. The cross to the back post. Can't quite pick out Bernabeu Madrid.
Yeah, that run from the midfield just opened up Davy Van Schip on the left wing. They're dragging the defenders to become a bit more central, so there's a bit more space on the wings for the players.
So we're inside the final half hour here at CB Smith Reserve. Verkurtzis has played well for Pascoe Vale tonight. At left back. Here he is. Davy Van Schip does well to maintain possession for the home team. Goes down after the ball leaves the area. A long-range set piece potentially coming up here for Pascoe Vale.
He's just so good at giving his team a breather. He holds onto the ball, draws the foul, and then Pascoe Vale can reset and form an attack from that.
Bernabeu Madrid can't keep it in, or can he? No, he can't. Davy Van Schip. Tried to pick out Bernabeu Madrid, but nothing comes of it for Pascoe Vale. Salados. Marafiotti won't chase that ball down. If you're just tuning in, South Melbourne are down to 10 men. Billy Constantinidis was sent off in the first half. Offside flag for Felipe Bernabeu Madrid, who's looked active since coming on.
Yeah, he's doing a great job getting in behind this South Melbourne defence. In that case, they were caught offside, but if he'd waited just a half a second, it would have been a really good opportunity for Pascoe Vale.
Too heavy a touch there for Georgopoulos. Salados. Talarico did well. Marshall, a high ball. Schroen couldn't do anything with that on the receiving end. South Melbourne throw. South Melbourne's second change is about to occur. Dean Beravescos is the man coming on. Eventually.
We're in the 68th minute, and South Melbourne have looked to put two strikers at the front. They're really going for this in this opportunity.
Did call for that at half-time, Arden. The 70th minute would be go time for South Melbourne. Beravescos is about to come on, full of visitors. Salados in the meantime. Couldn't quite pick out Marafiotti. The board's going to come up now for South Melbourne's second change. Ethan Gage, who was on a yellow card, makes way for Dean Beravescos. So one sub remaining for both sides tonight. It's going to be a frantic final 20 minutes or so. Balan. El-Arabi with the moves. Locals like that. Not a great ball. Inboard by Youssef and turns it over. Salados, who's been in attacking frame of mind for South Melbourne tonight, gets involved once more. Stratomitros, now Schroen. Just got beaten one-on-one by Calabria. Norton gets around Hakeem Al Arabi. Salados can't quite get his shot away. Ball comes free. Nice defending by Hakeem Al Arabi to concede the corner. Stradomitros' shot was well deflected.
South Melbourne was so close to getting a clear opportunity on goal, and we saw Matteo Balan just get that little nick, which helped put the ball into space, and then the shot coming in from South Melbourne deflected out for a corner.
Here is the corner from Shrone again, like the last one. It's very heavy across to the back post. Not quite scoring. With Stradomitros very close as South Melbourne have been tonight. And they're on the attack once more. Marafiotti the target of that one, Feely. Able to easily claim it in the end. It's going to be a tense finish here at CB Smith Reserve tonight. Round 6 action in NPL Victoria. One of 4 games, a busy Friday night of action.
For Pascoe Vale, Matteo is going to be fundamental if they're to be successful today. He has to hold on to this ball and really just control the game.
This is Lampropoulos. Combining with Marshall. Looking for Marafiotti. But Nick Feely will safely claim it in the end for Pascoe Vale. Only 3 wins combined for both sides so far this season. It's Pascoe Vale with the upper hand here at the moment. Entering the final 20 minutes of this one. Nick Georgopoulos can't quite maintain possession. Saladi's brought down.
South Melbourne are down to 10 men, but it doesn't seem like it. It's just a mentality switch, and when they lift the tempo, they can become dangerous in a matter of seconds. And that's what you've seen here.
A Pascoe Vale throw here to be taken by Vikertis. Now Georgopoulos had 2 South Melbourne players to deal with and ended up losing out. Salados goes down right in front of the South Melbourne bench. It will be a free kick for South Melbourne. A bit slow to get up Salados, but he is okay now. So Shrone set pieces have left a little bit to be desired tonight so far.
You can see their intentions. There's only two South Melbourne players out, and it's 2 versus 1 at the halfway line. So South Melbourne are really going for this.
Here's a ball from Shrone. That's going to test Feely. Well, no one really came for it in the end, and it was an uncontested ball for him. The in-swinging ball from Shrone. Hatzakostas. Yusuf trying to set up for the strike, and that's off the side of the boot. Not a great shot, that one.
Yeah, the ball was just coming across his body. It didn't look like he could strike that ball to change its trajectory. I think in that sense, Pascoe Vale just need to hold on to that ball and keep it and hold the ball in South Melbourne's half for a little bit longer.
Lampropoulos. Marshall's ball for Shrone. Marafiotti. Will he cross or shoot? He'll cross. Long range ball for Shrone. Another wasted opportunity up front for South Melbourne. And really, Nick Feely has not had much to do tonight.
Yeah, South Melbourne are passing the ball around, but they're just trying to create a time where they can pass through. In that case, they went over the top, and that ball that was crossed over wasn't successful. But they're looking to make a change now.
Lee Monopolis will be the final change for South Melbourne this evening. Referee's assistant currently working on the board. We'll find out who is coming off in a moment. Another touch for Al-Arabi. Back to Pascoe. South Melbourne ball here at midfield. Just forward of midfield, in fact. Salados once more to long-range strike. Easily over the crossbar. Here comes the final change for South Melbourne. Jerry Salados, who has been enterprising tonight for South Melbourne, making his way off, and the final change will be Lee Monopolis coming on for the visitors.
Salados has put in a shift today. He's worked as hard as anyone on the field, and he's created opportunities for South Melbourne. Irregardless of how many players are on the field, he's just kept trying and kept trying. It's a great work he's done today.
Davey Van Schip. It's unusual for him to take the throw, and he does indeed give it to Hakeem Al-Arabi. Yusuf over the top of the ball here. Had enough pressure on him. And he did lose the ball in the end. Now the challenge from Yusuf. Free kick for South Melbourne. Marafiotti unable to keep that in. Calabria. Belan, man on, was the call, so he had to quickly play it back to Calabria. Searching ball forward to Noah Vale.
Pascoe really do love this long ball down this left side. It's not a bad tactic at all considering the circumstances. And they're just trying to hold and contain this raging South Melbourne.
Raging, but can they score? Van Schip for Bernabeu Madrid. Has no one in the box. So he holds on for the moment. Looked for Van Schip. Comes back to Bernabeu Madrid. Georgopoulos with the strike. Hits the crossbar. It did take a deflection off the crossbar, and it remains 1-0.
Georgopoulos with that strike. It took a little bit of a deflection, but he struck that ball beautifully. Unfortunately, hit the post, and Pascoe looking very dangerous.
So now close misses for both Van Schip and Georgopoulos tonight. And South Melbourne still well and truly in this. Marafiotti. Stratomitros, who had a half-decent attempt at goal about 5 or 6 minutes ago. Marshall. Lambropoulos. Looks as he combined with Beravescos. Holds on to the ball for the moment. Does Lambropoulos. Marshall. Switching ball for Adams. Stratomitros. He goes down. Ball was okay from Belan in the end. Xavier Van Schip. Belan. Beaten to the ball. Pascal was in the right spot. Provided some safety that time for Pascoe Vale. Another chance for South Melbourne. They've played with a lot of spirit since going down to 10 men. The clearing ball by Calabria. Marafiotti, the South Melbourne number 7. Holds and waits for something to present in the box. Not a great ball in. Yusuf was there for Pascoe Vale. Hakeem Al-Arabi holds on to the ball. Pascal. Now Balan goes all the way back to Calabria.
South Melbourne putting on the pressure, but it's just frustrating for them because they can't seem to get that pass to the player to play that pass in behind. They're still not at that stage where they're playing that pass in behind. So it's very frustrating for South Melbourne.
Pascoe Vale back here this time next week on Friday night against Kingston City. And a home game for South Melbourne against Green Gully, of course. The Formula One has not allowed too many home games in the early part of the fixture for South Melbourne. They get a corner here. This is their 4th away game in a row.
This is going to be one of South Melbourne's best opportunities in the match. They're going to put a lot of people forward and just trying to get that flick on or a strong header into the goal.
So Marcus Schroen's last 2 corners ended up being too heavy and came to nothing. Now from the right side, this time he'll deliver an in-swinger from the left. Schroen's ball, a better ball. Getting ahead on it was Adams. Maybe still a chance. Ball comes out to Schroen once more. A left foot ball. No one touched it, and it's a goal kick.
That ball was saved off the line, and it was headed out for this ball to come straight back in like ping pong and just missed the side.
Ping pong, I like it, Ardem. The Curtis tries to play in Georgopoulos, comes to nothing.
Unfortunate touch there for South Melbourne, and it took a little bit of sting out of the game.
Ball one back by Schroen. Searching ball for Monopolis. Feely comes a long way out, and that ball's on the practice pitch behind us. We're looking for a replacement ball here. Now, that little construction we're standing on is shaking a little bit. Ardem, you're a bit nervous at the moment. Ball does come back in now and play restarts. Schroen can't get to that ball. Calabria does well. This is Yusuf. Benabal Madrid. Does well. The strike into the side netting.
Gets past his hand with a beautiful crossover to the left side, leaving his defender for dead, and then the ball shooting into the defender, deflecting out for the side.
Georgopoulos to take this corner for Pascoe Vale. We're in the 84th minute. About to tick into the 85th minute. Five men in the box here for Pascoe Vale. Al-Arabi gets a head on it, but that's blocked. And a foul. That's going to fall South Melbourne's way. Quickly taken. Time now becoming enemy for South Melbourne. They need 2 goals here to win. There's going to be a card coming out. That card is shown to Talarico. South Melbourne wants to get on with things, but the card had to be shown before the ref will allow the play to restart. Lampropoulos will take it. It's going to come back behind the midfield marker.
This is tense. Both technical areas are vocal, trying to show their team support.
A very high ball to the top of the area. Marafiotti's at the full. Shots away. Feely saves easily.
It was a great little two-touch to put the ball on his left foot, and then that shot was just to the middle of the goal.
Still one more substitution to come here for Pascoe Vale. Bernabeu Madrid over the top of the ball here. It comes back to Yusuf. Al Arabi. Lambropoulos. A nice back heel. Beravescos gets the ball for South Melbourne. Marafiotti. Another attack coming up for South Melbourne. Marafiotti shows some poise and patience. Shredomitros, his ball's blocked. David Van Schip doing some defending for Pascoe Vale. Another ball into the area. Cleared out by Calabria. And then Talarico. Is that handball? It is. Against Bernabeu Madrid.
Yeah, it didn't look like it, but from this angle, yeah.
Minopoulos. Searching ball for Schroen. Comes to nothing. Time running out for South Melbourne. Looking for an equaliser. They have been the attacking side in this second half. They've had a moment or two, but in all honesty, Nick Feely hasn't had to make too many genuine saves. Stays in play here. Georgopoulos won't get to that ball. It's cleared out by Marshall. Hakeem El Arabi. Bernabeu Madrid was asking for it. Marshall just gets a touch onto Bray. His throw for Lambropoulos. Schroen. Marafiotti. It comes unstuck just at the edge of the area. Schroen again. Taking on Talarico. A nice little ball in played into Beravescos, but leaving it behind was Marafiotti. This is Davy Van Schip. Bernabeu Madrid making a nice run through the middle of the field. Bernabeu Madrid, 1-1 the keeper, shoots, and it's 2-0. Felipe Bernabeu Madrid with a clinical finish. And that should be all 3 points for the home team.
Davy Van Schip picks up his ball in the midfield, turns, plays a beautiful pass. Then he gets the ball, goes down the side, and puts the ball in the back of the net.
The goal in the 88th minute. Felipe Bernabeu Madrid with the finish. Eased it past Alistair Bray. And that just sucks the life out of this one now. This will be South Melbourne's 4th loss of the season, 3rd in a row. South Melbourne hosting Green Gully on Sunday afternoon. Did play on Monday night, so they'll enjoy the 8-day rest. Or I should say 9-day rest. Before their round 7 fixture against the Cavaliers. Pascoe Vale back here Friday night against Kingston City. That was the team that defeated South Melbourne on Monday evening. There'll be a free kick here for Norton. Quickly taken by Schroen. Can South Melbourne at least get one back here? Not on that occasion.
That goal has practically killed the sting out of South Melbourne. The hopes they had are pretty much over. They're still fighting for it, but at this stage, it doesn't look very likely they're coming back.
Perhaps the amount of injury time that we get could be their only hope now. For Curtis's ball. trying to pick out Bernabeu Madrid. Here's for Curtis again. Pascoe Vale looking for a third here. The foul goes South Melbourne's way.
Felipe Bernabeu Madrid, just those runs in behind are making it so much easier for the Pascoe Vale defence because they get a breather, they hold up the play, and they're able to reset.
We're going to have 3 minutes of injury time here. Bray has to take that free kick again, it would seem. Ferrante having a heated conversation with the referee here. So Bray to take this free kick again. Ferrante still upset with the fourth official. Not looking like a man who's coaching a team that's 2-0 up here. Minopoulos and Feely does well to come across. It would seem he's going to keep a clean sheet. South Melbourne has been attacking but can't find the back of the net tonight. They have got 3 minutes of injury time to perhaps get a consolation goal, but Pascoe Vale remains still in defence. Calabria has been excellent tonight. Curtis has been very good on the left as well. Gonzalo Abascal had a great first half as well, down back for Pascoe Vale. This is Minopoulos. Turns inside. Here's a shot. Beravescos forcing another save from Nick Feely.
It's a great shot by Beravescos. Unfortunately, just didn't get too far away from the goalkeeper. He kicked it sort of right at him, a bit off, a little bit to the left.
Inside the final minute now. Pascoe Vale will go above South Melbourne tonight with this victory. This is Balan. You've been impressed with him tonight, Ardem. Minopoulos pressured by Bernabeu Madrid. Concedes a little bit of ground for Lambropoulos. Was that a handball? Ref blindsided. Assistant ref deciding there was nothing there to allow a free kick. Here's Georgopoulos. That's it. Pascoe Vale will move above South Melbourne. They didn't even make their final substitution, Pascoe Vale. Asen Isak was looking to come on, but 2-0 in the end. Pascoe Vale win. Ardem Ulatash, your thoughts on what we saw tonight?
The positive thing from Pascoe Vale is they did not have one player that had a bad game. Every single player came and tried their best and put on a performance that they're going to go home and be proud of. South Melbourne, on the other hand, didn't come and play their best football. The red card was unfortunate, and hopefully next week they can bounce back.
Ardem, thank you for your company. Pascoe Vale win this one 2-0. They'll play Kingston City here next week. South Melbourne hosting Green Gully on Sunday afternoon. And this season is starting to get away now from South Melbourne. So that is a very important contest for South Melbourne. For now, good night.
You guys are